ministers in charge, the ministers of state, independent charge, and other ministers of the state. In exercise of the power conferred on me by Article 164(1) of the Constitution of India, I, La Ganeshan, Governor of West Bengal, on the advice of the Honorable Mamata Banerjee, Chief Minister of West Bengal, hereby appoint the following persons as ministers for the state of West Bengal. Ministers in charge: Babul Supriyo, Sneshish Chakravarti, Partha Chatterjee, Udayan Goho, Pradeep Majumdar. Ministers of the state, independent charge: Veer Baha Hasda, Biplab Rai Chaudhary. Ministers of the state, Tajmul Hussain, Satyajit Burman. Signed, La Ganeshan, Governor of West Bengal, dated 3rd August 2022. May I now request only the ministers in charge designate to rise and take oaths of office and secrecy before the Honorable Governor. Ministers in charge, please.
আমি বাবুল সুপ্রিয় যে সত্যনিষ্ঠার সহিত প্রতিজ্ঞা করিতেছি যে বিধি দ্বারা স্থাপিত ভারতের সংবিধানের প্রতি আমি অকৃত্রিম নিষ্ঠা ও আনুগত্য পোষণ করিব। আমি ভারতের সার্বভৌমত্ব ও অখণ্ডতা রক্ষা করিব। পশ্চিমবঙ্গ রাজ্যের মন্ত্রীরূপে আমার কর্তব্য সমূহ নিষ্ঠাপূর্বক এবং বিবেকসম্মতভাবে নির্বাহ করিব এবং ভয় বা পক্ষপাত, প্রীতি বা বিদ্বেষ রহিত হইয়া সকল শ্রেণীর জনগণের প্রতি সংবিধান ও বিধি অনুসারে ন্যায়াচরণ করিব। আমি পার্থভৌমিক ঈশ্বরের নামে শপথ করিতেছি, পশ্চিমবঙ্গ রাজ্যের মন্ত্রীরূপে যে কোনো বিষয় আমার বিবেচনার জন্য আনিত হইবে বা আমি জ্ঞাত হইব, তাহা ওই মন্ত্রীরূপে আমার কর্তব্য নির্বাহের জন্য যেরূপ আবশ্যক হইতে পারে তদ্বিধি রেখে আমি প্রত্যক্ষ বা পরোক্ষভাবে কোন ব্যক্তি বা ব্যক্তিগণের নিকট জ্ঞাপন করিব না বা প্রকাশ করিব না।
May I now request, please sir, thank you. Sir, thank you.
The new ministers just taking oath after Mamata Banerjee announces Bengal's cabinet rejig. The big headline out of here, of course, is the fact that former union minister, someone who'd been a big member of the BJP before, Babul Supriyo, now getting a cabinet portfolio in the Bengal government after his very high-profile shift from the BJP to the Trinamool Congress. Alok is with us right now. Alok, any surprises in the list of names we've heard so far?
I wouldn't say any surprises, but like you said, the most interesting name there is of Babul Supriyo, who of course was with the BJP and very prominently so. He was a Lok Sabha MP, he was a union minister, very critical of the Trinamool Congress, and then of course he announced that he was quitting. First he said he was quitting politics, then he joined the BJP because in politics, the TMC, I'm sorry, because I guess in politics you never say never. And then he of course went on to fight an assembly by-election and became an MLA. He's now becoming a cabinet minister. There are some other names that maybe people outside Bengal may not have heard of, but they are heavyweights in all senses, so to say. For instance, Sneshish Chakravarti, then you have Partha Chatterjee, Udayan Guha and Pradeep Majumdar, who are taking oath as cabinet ministers, Ankita. And most of them, some of them at least are people who've been with the party and been with the organization for a long time. For instance, Mr. Pradeep Majumdar is an honorary advisor in the agriculture department and somebody who is a close aide of Mamata Banerjee when it comes to deciding policies related to agriculture and farmers. So he's somebody who's now getting a berth in the cabinet. Then you of course have Udayan Guha. Udayan Guha is from North Bengal, and he's from an area where the TMC and the BJP have been on par, and maybe the BJP has also gained in the last few elections there, you know. So the TMC is looking to consolidate or try and regain some lost ground in North Bengal, and that's why perhaps you have Mr. Guha also getting a berth in the cabinet. Then you have Snehashish Chakravarti, a very active TMC organizational person, somebody who's the president of the Hooghly District Trinamool Congress. He's a state spokesperson. He is also a chairperson of a government committee. So somebody who's experienced, also relatively younger. I think he's about 50, 51. So Mamata Banerjee had said that she wanted some younger faces in the cabinet. So Snehashish, perhaps by political standards, is certainly young. And then Babul, of course, is another young face, so to say. And then there's been a markup for Birbaha Hansa. Now she's from Jhargram, and remember that Jhargram was very much center stage in Bengal politics till a few years ago, especially when there was some Maoist activity there. And Mamata Banerjee also used to make repeated visits to Jhargram. I remember that. So Birbaha Hansa is the MLA from the Jhargram assembly seat. She's already a Minister of State for Forest and Consumer Affairs, but now there's a markup for her. She's become a MOS independent charge. And then you have two more people. In fact, another MOS independent charge, Biplav Roy Chaudhary. And then you have Tajmul Hussain and Satyajit Burman, again party, people from the party. For instance, Mr. Burman is the district chairman of the Uttar Dinajpur district of the Trinamool Congress. And Tajmul Hussain is the MLA from the Harish Chandrapur Assembly constituency in Malda. So I think it's a mix of people who have worked in the party for some time and are now being given berths in the cabinet. And then, like I said, some people who are close to Mamata Banerjee in terms of policy. For instance, the case of Mr. Majumdar. And also then perhaps the most high profile of that, or somebody who everyone perhaps, whoever is watching us in any part of the country will know who Babul Supriyo is perhaps. So he also getting an entry into the cabinet, somebody who used to be with the BJP and very vociferously so, but now with the Trinamool Congress and also getting an opportunity to be a minister in West Bengal.
Right.